Hi everyone, once again. This is the third topic in this series. The title is Thoughts and Self-Image. The tip of the iceberg of our mind is our conscious mind. The mind beyond conscious level is the primary area that holds our self-image in our mind. Self-image is the main reason of all psychological disorders, including mental depression. Construction of self-image starts even before birth. So in this, parental and environmental contributions play a major role. The responsibility eventually is taken up by the individual in construction of self-image as one is grown up in age. Now the question is how the self-image becomes negative and trigger depression, etc. Any event can be assumed in three major ways. One is considering it positive, other is considering it negative or neutral. The assumption affects the self-image. In the event of negative assumption, the self-image is impacted negatively for sure. As you see in the first image, the actual event seems to be a positive one, which is assumed negatively. In the event of positive assumption, in the second image, if you see, the actual event seems to be a negative, but the assumed image is positive. So in these positive assumption, there are chances of impacting self-image positively, but falsified positive assumption has got its own negative impact also. Now coming to the third assumption, which is actually no assumption. It's a neutral assumption. The self-image grows positively for sure because it does not receive any polarity. So be the actual event is positive or negative or maybe neutral, you are not assuming anything. So you remain stress-free. All organisms in this universe grow in their own natural progression whenever they are stress free. This progression necessarily happens in the neutral state. This is true for our mind and brain also. To understand this, let's take an example. Suppose you call a person, but the phone was not picked up. So this is the event. Now, what could be the possibilities? The neutral possibility could be the person was away from phone. The positive possibility could be the person is very busy to attend this call and the person decided to call back once becomes free. And the negative possibility could be the person ignored you. Now let's see the possible assumptions in this particular event. The neutral assumption should be, I don't know why the call was not answered. I was not there. The positive assumption could be the person must be busy and will call back for sure. The negative assumption could be the person ignored me. Now let's see the impacts of assumption with the respective possibility. So let's pick up the neutral assumption first with the three possibilities. So if it is a neutral assumption with respect to neutral possibilities, you will be happy. If it is your neutral assumption with respect to positive possibility, you will still be happy. If it is a neutral assumption and the possibility is negative, then also for that period you will be surely happy till you don't know that. After knowing, maybe there could be a self-counseling process to overcome that negative confrontation. Now coming to the positive assumption. In neutral and positive possibilities, you will still be happy. But in case of negative possibility, if you have assumed it positively, you will become sad. And in case of negative assumptions, for all these neutral, positive or negative possibilities, you will still still be sad only. Because in all three cases, you have considered yourself as an ignorable person. So that will make you sad. The neutral assumption always helps to create a happy sense and creating a positive self-image. My next post will come in 15 minutes from now. Thanks for listening.